What is up? What is up, everybody?
All right, welcome back. I know it's been a while since we did a live. It's crazy. We're going to let people start piling in here as they come. I'm going to go over some housekeeping. Welcome in. This is Simply Investing with Sal and Cody. I'm Sal. Cody's on the other line. If you're on TikTok, hey, just can't figure out how to merge it into my streaming yet. So, someone, hopefully, I'll find someone that'll help me out with that. But we are live on all channels: TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, we do every Monday crypto pick of the week comes out. Every Friday stock pick of the week comes out, and we do our crypto news Monday through Friday, as well as our what's in your portfolio every Sunday morning. So crypto news will be kind of in the evening, sometime between 6 and 8 usually. And then, of course, the what's in your portfolio will be in the morning at 9 a.m. This is all Central Time. As always, it's an open forum. Keep in mind our moderators are not in yet, so if you state something and I missed it, I do apologize. Just simply repeat it or get my attention about it. I'll try to get to everyone as quickly as we can. We do have quite a bit to talk about. We got some craziness going on with the markets and the news and where we're going, inflation, everything. It's just been one of those crazy rides there.
We're at a
But
49 fear and the greed index, huh?
yep, it's the greed index is starting to slip, but we are in neutral. We are in neutral.
I
We're no
love it.
longer in green, but we are in neutral.
I'd like for it to go back to red so I can still accumulate lower. I want to buy some cheaper Ethereum.
Yeah, it's looking like we're going to see some nice prices on Ethereum. Everything is kind of down overall, about somewhere between 1 and 5%. Blue chips aren't down that much; they're still holding pretty strong on the blue chip cryptos. So XRP still holding above 60 cents. We had Quant dip below 100 briefly, but it managed to pull back up. It's currently at $100.60 right now. Either way, it's still a good time to dollar cost average in, really get your bag built up and everything. So, but there's also a lot of news going on with XRP. It's not yet on the Ripple liquidity network. It's also the appeal by the SEC is still going through. It's still going on, but we got some good news in that it seems to be on rumor mill that Gary Gensler is might be forced to resign soon. It's not looking too good. I also think he's going to get wrapped up in some indictments and around SBF and FTX and
Is
all
this
that
actually?
craziness. I know. Go ahead, Cody.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say, is this actually going on with Gary Gensler?
It's just rumored right now. There's nothing set, but it's rumored that Gensler might be forced to resign. Is where it's looking like it's headed.
I don't doubt it.
So he's been kind of screwing up, not screwing up a little bit, but he's been kind of like manipulating the market a little bit. Uh, Pretty much destroying retail investors' portfolios while at the same time saying he's doing it for the betterment of them. And he's been attacking legitimate projects instead of he's completely missing the scam tokens in the pump and dump area. So it's just going to be interesting to see if that is true that they're going to make him step down. However, you guys, this is probably the best time to dollar cost average in for the next year. I think we're not going to see any more forward momentum probably for the rest of the year. We're probably going to see downward momentum. I do also know that Binance is putting in a countersuit against the SEC, and this was kind of on the heels of the rumored of Gensler's forced resignation. So there might be some truth in that resignation there, which would definitely disgrace the SEC, but hopefully they could put someone in there that's a little bit more up pace with the knowledge of the crypto space as well as the knowledge of where we're headed in finance as well, because he's been doing some degenerate things.
Oh yeah.
But we also still got a long way to go. I mean, we've only seen like a 5% dip. I mean, we're still at a total of 1.16 trillion valuation, down only 1% today. Trading volume is about 30 billion, and you got Bitcoin dominance at 49% and ETH at 18.9%. So nothing's really changed, and nothing has been changing. That's why it's so boring, and you don't see a lot of real news around the crypto markets going on because there's just nothing. There's nothing to talk about as as we go on. The only thing that really could talk about is just the news about who's getting sued by the SEC, what's going on with those court cases, what's going on with FTX and everything, and of course what's going on with what's his name, CZ and Binance.
Oh yeah.
But overall, this is still it's one of those things that's holding the prices in place, or it's causing a little bit of stagnation in the crypto prices. So I think it's a good time to dollar cost average into your favorite project.
As Quant as well, because Quant's been holding this $100 line like crazy. Like it's absolutely insane what Quant's been doing price wise.
Yeah, and there hasn't been any more real news about it. It's just been holding the line ever since the Project Rosalind.
Yo,
Let me pull that up here. Where you guys? Let's see here. Yeah, pull right up the quant. Yeah, on the 30-minute chart. Yep, it dipped down earlier this afternoon, and then you just had a massive spike, in buyers right there. It just seems like the buy orders just really hit hard. But it's the same thing like every day with quant. You're just getting little bits here and there, little bits here and there off of it. Like people are buying dust or maybe 4 to 10 quant at the most. We're not seeing like a huge intake. And that's the thing that is that's something that seems to be interesting because it's like every time it takes a dip, then we see massive amounts of buying going on. So we'll have to keep alert on quant. I know a lot of you guys missed the. I didn't. We did not do a Saturday morning portfolio. Let me see if I could even pull it up here. There we go. Alrighty. Yeah, because overall from week to week I'm up 1%, but I'm probably down after today. But as you guys know, my construction company did really well, so I put a lot of the profit I had into my crypto portfolio, bringing it up to 1.3 million now, and that's
your crypto
probably
portfolio?
yes, that's probably as high as I'm gonna get it right now, unless if I don't think I'm going to be able to dollar cost average in, as there's a lot of projects I want to get into, especially on the real estate side. There are a ton of like small apartment projects that are stalling out or going into foreclosure. So when things go into foreclosure like that, you really don't have the time to get a loan, or you don't want to do a hard money loan. You just want to make sure you have the cash for it. Because there's a project up the street that was pretty much brand new, started at the beginning of this year and it's just been sitting there. Now it's got a bank owned sign on the property. So I'm definitely kind of interested in waiting to see when that's going to be put up for sale by the bank.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and for you guys, I know that you looking to buy a home, looking to get a home. It doesn't look like the rates are going to be coming down anytime soon. Actually, they're still going to probably raise the interest rate a little bit more, which is also going to suck for businesses too. We already had Yellow Logistics go out of business. So that's 30,000 people without work. We're losing an average of about 1,000 jobs per day. That's something that no one's really talking about. We're losing about 1,000 jobs per day right now, and it's a mixed bag. It's you got high professionals, executive jobs, mid-level management jobs, and you also got a lot of the entry level and grunt work jobs, and that are kind of disappearing. Only ones that are in high demand are really construction. You have electrician, plumber, carpenter, general contractor. Those jobs are just in high demand, and they're going to be probably pretty dominant and have their pick. I definitely know for my moving company, it seems like we're getting ready to hit a real hard stagnant approach, but we you never know what the next month goes. Sometimes I think we're headed for stagnation, and then all of a sudden things start changing. But I always try to stay one step ahead of where these bumps come in, so I can plan properly and help move navigate around it and through it. Because when you run a business, as you guys know, I run I own several businesses and I run two of them, and you're responsible for the people that work for you. If you got to make sure that the money is there so that they can pay their bills, that you can pay them and they can pay their bills and continue their livelihood. You don't ever want to miss a payroll on your business, because that's going to destroy you. People people won't don't have faith. Some people will have faith in you. Some people will work it out, but most never stick around. I remember when Radio Shack missed two payrolls, two pay periods for the month. I think like 2/3 or 3/5 of the company just left that day, and you were running on like a skeleton crew, it seemed. But I get it. I certainly understand, and I don't ever want to put people in that position. So I try to work very hard to make sure I stay on top of things. Um, but with that said, it seems like all this pressure on the outside world is affecting the crypto space. So it seems like we're going to be headed in a downward. We're going to head in a downward trajectory, but I don't expect more than a 10% loss on the total market. What are some of your thoughts, Cody? I just been rambling for the last for the last
Oh,
several.
you're good. So the macro, the macro's still not looking good. Some people are still having trouble paying their bills, and it's still a mess out there in the macro. So the markets, and especially risk assets, lower liquid assets, they're gonna have um, trouble. Of course, Bitcoin is still a risk asset, but when it comes to the cryptoverse, Bitcoin is the safe haven. So Bitcoin's gonna be the least volatile, but basically the alts are going to get wrecked pretty soon, in my eyes.
Exactly. Shout out to Endless Endless Summer One. I hope I got that name right. What's your thoughts on BRICS? Um, BRICS is definitely they're definitely trying to usurp the USA dominance, but the rumor of their CBDC and all that stuff, that was just a rumor. It's not something they were planning on talking about and everything. But we had our last episode last week was all about the about bricks, and we had pretty deep discussion about it. But I don't think bricks is going to change anytime soon. I know that there's other countries wanting to go towards bricks, but my thing is that the five major countries, three of those countries don't like relinquishing power. So they're going to eventually butt heads. Like China or Russia will eventually butt heads on BRICS. Excuse me, and that will be the collapse of BRICS. But that's just my thoughts. I hope I answered that question for you. I don't think it's going to have an effect for us in the long run. It's like I know a lot of people on that stream yesterday said that the U.S. has kind of outdated military tech. We do and we don't, but you got to remember, like Russia's operating with 40-year-old Russian MiGs that weren't even developed and built right in the first place. So, and we produce most of the world's food and ship it out. So if we stop, the whole world kind of shudders. Now Russia's in a better position than China. China, they have a population problem and not a good one, and they're about ready to, like, they're barely able to keep the lights on in their country right now. So it's not looking good for them. Russia, on the other hand, despite all of its problems, has a vast amount of resources. They can survive on their own as long as they have access to a seaport. But if Ukraine joins NATO, they will lose access to the Black Sea, which would be very devastating towards them. And I don't know what will happen after that. We may see the conflict escalate, but they'll have to go somewhere to get their access to viable seaports. But overall, I don't think BRICS is going to have any long term effect on us, as the U.S. as a whole. It's just that now it may affect the European Union, but it probably won't affect what we do over here in the United States. That's my opinion on BRICS. So hope you enjoy that answer, endless more, and but we do appreciate you and joining in, and thanks for all your support there. And if you guys, really help us out and support us, if you can get some likes in and get to and share the stream so we can get as many people as we can in here. I know we haven't been on in a while, so a lot of our regulars are not on, and we're kind of at an unusual time for everybody. So, I was running my moving company takes up a lot of my time, and it has been busy. It has been busy, and hopefully it will stay busy.
I hope so too.
So, but with that said, let's get back to quant. I mean, the quant has been probably the most stable over what the last six. Let's just take a look at the day period. Over what the last 6 months, it's been. Yeah, it's like we haven't really dipped since last year. I think last year, where is it? Where is that? Bugger? There it is. Last year, it was in the $50 range for a while, and then we haven't dipped below 100 cents. Like, we
Nope.
lost all those gains from last year, but we haven't dipped below just yet. I mean, we temporarily have, but we haven't like done like a $20 or $30 dip from 100 on quant.
No, we've actually been holding this longer than I thought originally.
And it looks like quant is still fighting hard, but like I said, it's on a lot of people's watch lists. Almost 275,000 watch lists. He's got 33,000 followers on Coin Market Cap. I have a feeling this coin is going to hold its value for a while. So definitely a good time. Just dollar cost average in. It's in my portfolio. I just recently doubled the holdings of my quant. So I am up. I got a lot of quant now. And I'm hoping that, I made the right play on that. Shout out to user 1801. Thanks for the support in the comment. What about Litecoin? I was pretty much right on Litecoin about taking about 20-25% dip after the halving, and we're here at it went from just over $100 to $79. Let me share
And
that
that can
tab here.
easily happen with Bitcoin right after it's halving.
Yes, and this would be an excellent time to really go to really dollar cost average. And I did increase my holding of Litecoin as well. I mean, I've only went from like I only went from having about 60 Litecoin, but I pretty much 10x my holdings on it. Like I went up to 687 Litecoin on there, roughly about that. And then of course, Quant went up quite a bit as well as XRP. Shout out to endless summer one. Thoughts on XRP holding at 63. Yeah, it's been holding the 60 cent range for a while. we got XRP right now at 60 cents or 0.6082 cents. I mean, it seems like it's following the Bitcoin trend, like right around that afternoon, same time as Quant drop, like it dropped down briefly to 59 cents, but it looks like everything is starting to pick back up. Let's take a look at XRP again on the serious tab. So let's see here. Go to 5 minutes here. Yeah, it's having the same effect as everyone else. It just dropped at 3 o'clock, and then it looks like people are just doing the same thing they were doing before. A little bit of selling, mostly buying. Right now, we do have quite a bit of XRP being sold off, which I'm guessing is just people getting kind of feared out and taking some profits. But none of this is really like an enormous amount. It looks like retail investors kind of selling out their holdings because I'm only seeing like 971, 2100. Like I'm not seeing like 200,000 XRP being sold. I'm seeing only like 1200, 1500. These look like small accounts or just people just, taking some of their profits and, wanting to transfer it to cash for whatever reason. But it's like I said, it's not a lot. The thing about XRP though is that people are going to be anything that kind of shakes up XRP, the retail investors are going to just are going to get scared out and they're really going to start selling. And that's what it seems to look like. Like as soon as it dropped it went from 4 cents down and dropped in, it really started the downturn. Um, Hope you're having a good evening there, Cali X2. Glad to have you in here. One of our great supporters and one of our great moderators. So don't piss them off. I know some of you guys really like to go toe to toe with some of the moderators. And I hope you're having a wonderful evening chasing that bag, enjoying time with the family. Shout out to Endless Summer One again. Glad to you see a bull run around 2024 2025. I'm a little bit more conservative on it. I think if we're going to see the bull run towards really going to be around towards the how should I put it, towards the beginning of 2025, because I think that people are going to be a little bit more hesitant coming in, but we're going to have there's going to probably be the last great bull run of the market. Then the crypto market's going to start behaving like the stock market, because this will be the time when just tens of millions of people just pile into crypto. I mean, we're even starting to hear it from like everyday people starting to talk about Bitcoin, Ethereum, of course, Doge and Shiba, a little bit of Pepe coin, and I am hearing like XRP, Dot, Chainlink, things like that. People are starting to speak on it.
Oh yeah, I've seen it too. I know a girl who knows what Ethereum is.
Oh yeah, it's crazy how the reach is coming is coming into it's starting to come out, but we'll really have maximum reach when when you start having like your grandmother have a wallet just for Bitcoin. That's when we'll have the maximum reach. Mm.
Me. Appreciate it.
Hey, we appreciate you too, Cali X2. Glad to have you in here. He's definitely a little wiser than me, so hope you guys enjoy.
I'm not at all wiser than you. I always like listening to you because you got really good info. Yeah, I think that also, I mean, a lot of people, because of the news and all that, are starting to hear more about crypto, more about all the different projects, especially the, XRP is really getting in the news lately. I think people who kind of pay attention to not just mainstream news, but outside the news investment news are really hearing a lot of it. So.
Yeah,
I think you're right too. The next bull run is going to be more like the stock market. It's going to be more a lot of regular investors.
Yeah, absolutely. Like this is probably going to be the last epic bull run where you can make a lot, where you can have a significant amount of growth. We're talking, like how some people had the 100x earnings off of their portfolios. The thing is though, once we get 50 million people, because I think the stock market combined with the with the institutional sales, like it's 75 million people are actively moving and trading money in the stock market. So that's what keeps the price steady. Right now, we only have roughly 6 million people in the cryptoverse. And if that changes to 60 million in just a span of a year, and we go from 1 trillion valuation to 1 trillion to like 21 trillion is what people are anticipating, it is going to be a crazy, crazy run up. Like if you're in before that, you will make a tremendous amount of money.
Exactly.
And
I hope so. That's what I'm counting on.
Yeah,
that's what we're all counting on.
Yep, that's what we're all here for. Shout out to Endless Summer One. I like the flow of this channel, a breath of fresh air. Hey, we try our best to really just be as authentic as possible and talk about our losses and our wins, especially myself. I talk about those every Sunday, how much I really lose on everything. But glad that you're enjoying it. Hope you like and subscribe. Really appreciate your support there, buddy.
I'm big on Ethereum and Quant right now. Those are my two big ones. Ethereum and Quant are the two I see with the biggest ROI.
Yes, I think Quant has a really big ROI. I think Ethereum has a great return potential too. Also, some big project left Polygon, left Matic, and went to Ethereum. I just can't remember what it
It's
was.
the NFT project. Is it called Utes?
It might be. I think that's what it might be. It was an NFT project, but it left Matic and went to Ethereum. So that's not good news for Matic there, but it's still holding. It's still holding.
Ethereum's been probably one of the strongest. It has been the strongest besides Bitcoin, but
Yep. Well, it's not even really considered an altcoin anymore. I mean, it's been
no.
around quite a while and it has definitely maintained its presence. But I also want to say is that I think I think you sent to me, Cody, that the company that created Farmville is creating an NFT game that's going to be on Ethereum as well.
Yeah, I remember Farmville like being a Facebook classic. Like my mom used to play that when I was a kid growing up. But yeah, that's happening as well. But one of the things that I didn't like about Ethereum was how Mythical Games left Ethereum for Polkadot. But other than that, I think Ethereum's still fine regardless. I think Ethereum's going to be leading in gaming when it comes to being a DApp platform. There's going to be layer twos and there's going to be others more scalable solutions out there. But yeah, Ethereum's not an altcoin. Bitcoin maxis, I think Bitcoin maxis would even agree just a little bit, but at the same time, they don't like Ethereum. They like Bitcoin. So.
Oh yeah, I mean Bitcoin's pretty much here to stay. That's the crypto gold. I consider Ethereum crypto silver, but I also consider Quant crypto platinum as it's tokenizing real world assets. Oops. I hope that message went through. I do apologize. Sometimes I'm getting messages on my work phone here that I'm filming for the TikTok side, so bear with me there. Yeah, I mean, right now there's definitely like the Bitcoin maxis are out in force. Like I see my YouTube recommendation has just been all Bitcoin people. Just talks about Bitcoin as the future, Bitcoin to 100,000, Bitcoin to 200,000, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. we're probably not going to see any action on Bitcoin. If anything, we're probably going to see price suppression as the Bitcoin ETF was pushed back till early 2024, which means it's kind of like they're giving BlackRock more and more and more time to acquire more and more Bitcoin and whatever other cryptos they want, because it seems like they just want to keep really pounding it in there, pounding the prices down, so that way these big institutions are grabbing up as much as they can for cheap, which to me it sounds like everything's getting ready to pop off, like in the next year or so, because these guys wouldn't be buying in unless if there was a presumption of a high return, especially on something this volatile.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well. I think you're 100% right that they're bringing it down so that they can keep buying up. But I think it's going to be sooner. I think it's going to be, they're going to get approved. Hopefully, I'm thinking in the early part of 24. It's going to be right around the halving time. So I'm curious how those two are going to play. It's going to hopefully boost the markets.
Yes, it probably will boost the markets overall, but once that ETF goes through, what I think is going to happen is that the ETF is going to get approved. BlackRock's going to have to start buying and allocating towards their ETFs and do their trading, and they're hopefully going to time. I'm guessing they're trying to time it just right to where they can buy a crap ton of Bitcoin at the lowest possible price they can get. So when that run up happens, they're going to make a tremendous amount of management fees. Now, for you guys that don't know, like myself as a licensed stockbroker with a Series 7, it is a tremendous amount of money you can make from managing ETFs. Like just a tremendous. Like if you're the head manager, trading manager of it, you are going to make bank off of that. And if you can get Bitcoin at like 15,000 and get the ETF profit at 60K Bitcoin, I mean, you're in the elite 1% just off of that, just off of 1 year's worth of work. Like that's how much money. I think some of these guys can make upwards of $50 million bonus checks off of ETFs if they perform well.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much bonuses are made off of that stuff. Shout out to Endless Summer One. What is your favorite wallets to use? Well, I know Cody uses just the Nano Ledger X, and he likes that company really well. And they're a strong company. I have a Nano Ledger, but I have my portfolio split into two because I also like the Arculus wallet, and I do keep Atom on the crypto DeFi wallet because their DeFi wallet you can stake it for 20%, but I haven't done anything with my Atom holdings, so that's why I still use that wallet. But I use Arculus, and I like Arculus because I can do payments to other people who have Arculus wallets as well. So that's why I like it. But I think you can do the same thing with the Ledger wallets, especially their new one, the Ledger Stacks that's coming out. I think you can do that as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and I have a Nano X as well, so I have a Ledger, and I'm just about ready to buy an Arculus.
Yeah.
So just in case.
Yep. The reason why I like Arculus is that if you come across if you're doing business with someone and they want to take payment in crypto and they have that wallet, you can avoid a lot of the transaction fees by just doing an in-person transfer, especially with the new one that came out this August. The Arculus is the black card version one, which has more cryptos on it. So you could put more. I think a Hedera now can be put on it too, things like that. So it's definitely something I like, but I still like the security of the Nano Ledger X. It's definitely something I want. I like to keep. But I'm looking to do the stacks, but I'm also looking to look into the EliPal wallet just because it's interesting to have a fully offline wallet that you don't have to it's like it adds another layer of security where you can turn off the signal and you can store all the crypto on an SD card. But that does get a little risky. From my experience at Radio Shack, many people pulling out those SD cards before they're ready and damaging them, or you'd have to re-encrypt it, which would lose all the information on it. Which I want to know how that's going to work on that little on that device. So we're gonna have to see. Gonna have to see about that. And yeah, I hope that answered that for you, Endless Summer One. I hope you're having a great journey into crypto, because I know a lot of people that we talked to, some of them have had some bad experiences. I also hired some people that have lost a lot of money in pump and dump coins and things like that. So, I want you guys to really be careful out there, do your due diligence, and really take a look at what you're investing in, because there are a lot of questionable cryptos out there. Not all of them are great projects. Oh yeah, I also wanted to talk to you guys about Chainlink, because I know their CCIP went live, and they had a great session with their program. If you want to go check out their YouTube channel, Chainlink. But it seems like I became very bullish on this token after the interview with the founder of it. It seems like everything is going in the right direction. I like their white paper. I do have a video of Chainlink as a pick coming. It should go live on the 21st. Or if you guys want to, you can join the Patreon. Link is in the bio on TikTok or in the description on YouTube and Facebook. And you can check that out there as well. You will get all the pre-releases on our Patreon, as well as there will be exclusive Patreon content as well coming there too. But Chainlink overall, I'm just so bullish on Chainlink. I might even convert my remaining Atom tokens to Chainlink, because that's how bullish I am on it. Because I don't see Atom going anywhere, and Chainlink seems like it's got a much better handle on interoperability, especially after I really delved into the white paper. I got a real good sense that this is definitely way undervalued. I'm anticipating a 105 price for the bull run with Chainlink. Cody, what are some of your thoughts on?
Chainlink was one of the first altcoins I looked into, and I love Chainlink. I'm actually going to buy some. Converting your Atom to Chainlink's not a bad play at all, especially considering that I traded all my Atom into Quant, and I have a bunch of Quant.
Yeah, and I also think Chainlink's a good hedge to Quant as well. Shout out to Endless Summer One. Research phase now. Thank you for your advice. Well, appreciate it. Just remember, I look at things as from like a trader standpoint, not necessarily a certified financial planner. Although we all learn the same things from FINRA, but I look at it from a trader standpoint, not really a financial advisor standpoint. If you guys are looking for more financial guidance, I definitely recommend finding a good financial advisor. There are definitely some well-vetted ones. You can look them up on FINRA and see their reviews and their regulation assessments as well. Shout out to Wally Newberg. Glad to have you in here. One of our great supporters. Welcome back.
I think Chainlink is a good project as well. I have some getting ready to pick up a little more. It's not one of my bigger bags, but I do think it's a really good project, and I do want to definitely get more. I think, like you said, it goes good with Quant. Definitely want to pick up more Quant. I keep hearing more and more. All the bubbles are red today too, so it might be a good time to buy right now.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely a good time to dollar cost average in. I got quite a bit of money. Now, any of you guys on there, you guys don't have to share your information about your holdings, your exact values of net worth. Like I said, I don't have Cody doesn't have to share his either. I just share mine because like I said, like and I wanted to stipulate, like, a lot of the wealth that I've built over this last few periods came really in. A lot of it came this year. Like the beginning of this year is when I really took off on a lot of what outside investments outside of crypto. So, but like I always say, I share a lot of losses. I've invested in some bad cryptos too on there. So definitely, like I think it was VVS Finance. I lost a chunk of change. I forgot a wallet seed phrase, so I got XRP on a Ledger wallet that I forgot the seed phrase to. So it's just sitting there until it's worth enough to pay someone to break the wallet open. Shout out to Wally Newberg. Is Chainlink competition to Quant? It kind of is. They're also, because Chainlink is also trying to tokenize real world assets, but Quant has a better version of it, in my opinion. But I think Chainlink has a better interoperability platform. And for financial services, Chainlink can bring the crypto, like can really just push crypto right into the lap of hedge fund managers. The way I read the white paper and the way it looks, how it's set up, it makes complex trading, which hedge funds are all about for profit, complex trading very simple to do. And you don't have to be tech savvy to do it. Because not to many people's knowledge, a lot of hedge fund managers aren't the brightest bulbs, but they do know how to make money. So if you can make it easy for them to make money and trade, then they're going to do it. And Chainlink's interoperability platform definitely, the CCIP definitely has a way to make that happen. Now, Quant, it's definitely going to save a lot of money on title chain exchanges, because tokenizing your real estate, like your home, onto a token that's on the overledger. Now you don't really need the title company to transfer anything. You just need your lawyer to exchange, to notify to basically acknowledge the transfer of asset from one person to another, which would make, because closing on some properties could take 60 days, and Quant could make that. Quant Overledger and tokenization of real assets could make that happen within a couple days, which is phenomenal. That means you can look at a house, like the house, buy the house, exchange everything, get it done in 5 days, instead of having to talk to the bank, have the bank talk to this person, have this person talk to me. It's just so complicated sometimes, and you can cut a lot of that out just by, I got the financing, go through, done, and make it pretty streamlined.
Just ask what's the crypto market looking like. We're just talking about that. There's a lot of red bubbles, so it's probably a good time to buy, depending on what project you're interested in, what cryptos you're interested in.
Mm-hmm. And shout out to David. I know I see you in here a lot, so thank you for your support there, buddy. Glad to have you in here. Overall, today crypto market's looking a little red, but in the long term, the longer we see red, the more better it is for you to dollar cost average in and get those discounts and really, really expand your portfolio.
Doesn't your brother have a good amount of Chainlink?
Yes, he bought quite a bit. I'd say it's about 25% of his portfolio. He's mainly Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Chainlink right now. But his portfolio, we match ours in value, so his is pretty close to mine as far as value. But I think he's got about five. No, I think he switched some of the Chainlink over to Bitcoin. I think he's at about $300,000 worth of Chainlink in there, and he just puts it all. He puts what he decides to go into crypto, into either Bitcoin, Ethereum, or Chainlink, and hopefully, as he's building up, because he's not risk heavy, so that's why he's sticking to really Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Chainlink's kind of another play. But my brother is a very tech savvy and he knows computer code and can write it. He can write AI programs and everything. So he understands crypto from like a beyond the average or beyond even the intermediate and advanced people. So he's definitely pretty strong on it as well. But he's still kind of being reserved with his money. He puts a lot more of his money into the stock market. I just want to make sure I got everybody. Shout out to Wally Newberg. One is Overledger and Link is Connectivity. Yeah, Quant is really the Overledger. Overledger has interoperability built into it, but they're really trying to tokenize real world assets. And to kind of follow up with that, shout out to LJWB. Glad to have you in here. Welcome back. What are some tokenizing real? I don't know if you said why are some tokenizing real estate, but we're tokenizing it because you can transfer it easier than you can by doing all the title work, all the paperwork, and it's also contingent on if the county's title office even has all the stuff in order too, because if any of them are missing something, it can delay the process another month or a couple months. It's just crazy. But we're hoping that tokenizing real world assets such as your title to your car, your title to your home, things like that, because once you put it on your wallet, no one can ever take it away from you. It's clear that that is your ownership, and it makes could make transfer of estates even easier too. Let me see here. I do see a lot of you guys commenting in. Bear with me there. Shout out to LJWB. Filecoin is a great price right now. I do like the price point. I'm just not too excited just yet on it. It's just kind of like on my watch list. I'm not invested in Filecoin, so I can't really say because I don't really follow it as much either. I see the prices as I'm scrolling through, but I do know that a lot of people are pretty hyped on Filecoin and what they're doing. I'm just not a big investor into Filecoin. I was thinking about it when I first got into crypto almost 2 years ago, but I never made an investment into Filecoin. Cody, do you have any thoughts on Filecoin? I don't know if you're still there, if you stepped away for a moment.
I'm screwed. What?
We were just talking about Filecoin.
Oh, were you asking me something? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know that you're. I think you're a little busy at that point, but yeah, we were asking. We were just chatting about Filecoin. Well, let me just pull it up here since we are talking about it. Let me go back and pull up Filecoin.
Sorry, I had to mute it. I was around family, but Filecoin. I had Filecoin in 2021. I haven't really accumulated much of it, but when it comes to storage and all that, Filecoin is going to be good for Web3. But at the same time, the SEC does have its crosshairs on it a little bit.
Yeah, that's what kind of worries me. Even though it's below its initial coin offering, but they're still doing work on the project. It's just that the SEC is just pounding it, especially since after their quasi loss with Ripple, they're looking to sink their teeth into something to get a taste of victory. But let me see here. It's okay. It is IL. There we go. Let's take a look at what the trading volume was happening here. Well, some selling small amounts, but then like I see like 260 bought, 101 sold, 173 bought, 200 bought, 80 bought. Okay. Definitely people putting some 330 sold. Let's see here. 84 times 3.84. Yeah, we're only talking about between $500 and $5,000 transaction. So I'm not too I'm not too sure. It seems like it's staying even. It had the same drop this afternoon in regards to everything, but there are people buying into it and believing in the project. And yeah, the storage capacity is definitely going to be important in the long term. It's just that if they lose the ruling against the SEC, then it doesn't. I don't think it's going to hurt that too much. It just means it won't be exchanged on crypto exchanges. It will have to go towards like a Ameritrade, TD Ameritrade, or Scottrade, or one of those to go on there. That's what's going to have to happen. That's where it's going to have to go. Um, Shout out to LJWB 420. Everything needs storage, and there's a lot to be stored. Yep, exactly. It's there's just a there's if we're going this route for the future, you're going to need as much storage capacity as you can. As if crypto is becoming a full-fledged asset, then we need it, and they're definitely going to be around. I just don't know how they're going to fare with it, but we will see some price suppression from the SEC actions, but hopefully that case will get turned around and Filecoin might be able to join in with the bull run in 2 years. Hopefully. I do see some comments coming here, but I guess we're just maybe moving too fast, or not all of them made it through. So, but you guys do keep in mind, keep it rated G. If not, they're going to block the comments. So, but it is open forum, guys. Let us know if you have any questions, or if there's any, just post it there. Post it and let us know. It is open forum. I'm about ready to drop the join in. If you want to join in live on the chat on the stream, especially because we'll be live on YouTube, Rumble, and Twitch there as well. So definitely let me know. I'm going to put that in there. Okay, I see some of our some of our good supporters are in here. So we really appreciate you guys joining in.
Have you done any research on XDC?
XDC, I've been off and on looking at it. I've been compiling stuff for a video that I will launch in about 4 weeks for it. But I do like where it's going. It's definitely in one of the bags that I will be buying soon. I will be adding probably this and Hedera to my portfolio. But I am very much liking XDC, but I'm still doing a lot of research on it. I've been reading like a few pages at a time on their white paper. So, but I do like where it's going.
Yeah, I like that platform. I like that project. I like their platform. Seems to be pretty user friendly for those people who want to build off of it. I'm still doing some research on it myself, but I do have a fair amount of XDC. I like that project. I've liked it for a long time. I think, like Wally Newbig says, I think it's gonna be a good return once it goes.
Mm-hmm.
It had a pretty good little pump about a month ago where it really jumped up. And back down to where it is. But yeah, I think that's a good project as well.
Yes, and it's definitely has staying power. I know Cody likes it too. He like I said, we just haven't been invested into it, but it's looking like I'm definitely seeing a price target of over 50 cents for this in the coming 2 years, and right now it's at a significant discount. So I definitely could see myself getting quite a bit of this in the coming days. Shout out to LJWB. What about YouTube? You can join us and subscribe to YouTube and join us live if you want to come on camera and give your thoughts about the market. But if not, you can certainly just stay here, stay on TikTok and give your comments, or just send me let me know if you want to join and kind of chat live too on Thumbtack. Just let me know. Shout out to Wally Newberg. Thoughts on Shiba and Shibarium? I haven't heard of Shibarium, so I can't give you that one. But on Shiba, if during this next bull run, the retail investors are going to plunge money into. I don't think they're going to plunge as much into Doge, but I think they're going to put it into Shiba and Pepe because there's going to be a belief in the coming years that it's going to they're going to put it to the moon because it's at such a low price. They're not going to do any research. They're just going to buy into like a lottery ticket and hope for it to go up. But because of all that buying pressure, it is going to start to go up. So I don't think the project will go anywhere. I just think that it'll just be a huge momentum for the next bull run, just because people will be interested in the meme coins. All right, and shout out to Logan. Glad to have you in here. What's up, buddy? Hope you're enjoying this, enjoying the stream, and also really hope you're chasing that bag there, buddy. And I apologize, Logan. I've been busy, so we haven't been able to get on live much. I've been running my moving company with basically a skeleton crew, so it's been long days and long nights, and I very rarely get a chance to be able to sit down with you guys for an hour or so to chat about crypto and investments. So I'm gonna try and get some more time in, but really appreciate you coming in there, buddy. Oh, okay. Shibarium is a burning project, comes out tomorrow. Okay. That actually, if it is burning Shiba, then it definitely will help support the price, but it also depends on how much, how much it's burning per day or per hour, however it really needs to, but it's got to burn a lot for it to get some good price action. But if you guys wanted to put a lottery ticket worth like $50, $100 in, and it goes to the moon, I'd recommend you sell immediately off of it, because don't be like the Dogecoin millionaire where he just kept holding and it crashed and he was still holding. So don't do that. Once you're at a comfortable price for you, sell if you want to sell. I always say take profits when you feel the most weary about something. That's when it's time to start taking profits, especially if you are in the profits, or it's time to exit out. And shout out to Logan. Same thing. No worries there. You haven't missed anything. We seem to like doing crypto news episode once a week at the rate we're going, but I will get staffed up. These things happen, and we'll get restaffed and everything. I got to hire a couple managers, things like that. So once I get staffed up again, I'll be more regular we'll be doing this daily on a regular basis for you guys. But really appreciate your support, buddy. I hope you're having a wonderful night. With that said, it's like another one that we wanted to talk about. I don't think I could pull it up on there on KuCoin, but let me get ad shares. Let me see if I can pull it up here, because ad shares is one of the ones that is definitely. Oh yeah, we can pull it up here. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's not the one I was looking at. Okay, all right. So, shout out to Sharon. Thanks for the follow. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate you in here for that. And ad shares is definitely one of the ones. It's ADS is the ticker symbol, and it kind of has like a red a weird like red A and D symbol, so it's very unique. But Cody and I think this one is going to be a pretty good shot to where it's going. It's got a lot of potential momentum, especially with giving gamers and creators basically a way for passive earnings on their NFTs and everything, and also with advertising on games and everything. It's definitely going to be a big pick. I think overall crypto gaming space is going to be huge. Even projects that seem dead are going to come back to life just because they're part of the gaming world. And with GTA 6 playing with the idea of play to earn for crypto, I mean, the game is basically going to be huge. And if that happens, God only knows how high it's going to get. Shout out to Shirin. You're always welcome. It's an open forum, so you're welcome in anytime. Glad that you're enjoying the stream. Shout out to LJW. You like ads? Check out Soul. I think that's it. I haven't checked out Soul, but we can definitely check out Soul. But Cody got me on to ads, and after I read the white paper, which is another one on my docket to do a video on, but I already have a significant sum in there. It's like I have over 160,000 tokens in there. But I pretty much went gangbuster on that holdings. It is something I do really think it's going to get there. But let's take a look at Soul. I haven't heard about it. As you guys know, there are a lot that I haven't heard. But there's a lot of Soul's tokens out there. So LJWB, you're going to have to tell me, is it a Phantasma or Crypto Soul or Soul Saver? I don't think it's Soul Swap. But let me know which one it is, and we can check that out for you guys. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at Phantasma. All right. So, and if you guys have any ones that you want me to check out live, you can do like a brief, really like a little look into it. I'll be more than happy to. Just bear with me. Shout out to Crypto Mike, or now he's called Mike Digital Marketing. Glad to have you in here. Welcome in. He's also another one of our moderators. So glad to have you in here. Thanks for the support. Let's see here. So we're looking at, let's see here. So Phantasma is fully interoperable, decentralized feature, rich blockchain, all the dual token, all blah, 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 the app creators with the mainnet since 2019. Choice for gaming and NFTs, not only because of low minting and transaction fees, but it's smart NFT technology built on. Okay, I might have to do a deep dive on that for you, LGWB, but I do like anything that reduces the cost of fees and adds a little bit of speed into it. It's definitely got some good trade volume. Doesn't have a lot of followers, but it's on 64,000 watch list. So, I mean, you got enough people interested in it. And it looked like it spiked upwards during the crypto boom, the last bubble, but it kind of dropped down to 9 cents. But we're below the ICO, but that's not to say anything. There's a lot of craziness going on in the market. I'll have to look into it, follow it a little bit more, but it's kind of in that realm with the gaming tokens. You can definitely add it into that group and just make a strong investment into it. But I wouldn't make it like more than 5% of what I have. I think that's what I'm going to do with all the gaming tokens that I'm not fully invested in. I'm just going to make it no more than 5% and just kind of put it in there. So if they all go up, I'm selling that portion of my portfolio. Let's see here. Shout out to your own research. Welcome in, buddy. Glad to have you in here as well. Really appreciate your support there. Let's see here. Oh man, but yeah, it's like Phantasma seems like a good project. I can't really knock it. I'll have to really check it out, and see where we're going with it. But I'll keep an eye out on it. I'll definitely keep an eye out. I'm gonna see here. I'm gonna definitely add it to my watch list there. I don't think it has a follow button here, but there's not a lot of people talking about it. So if they are doing a lot of work and there's not a lot of people talking about it, that is a good sign that we could have a diamond in the rough here. Shout out to LJWB. I agree, 5% only gaming. I'm over that on Gala and Naka. I haven't heard of Naka, but Gala, I still think Gala's a good one too. But overall, we'd have to see which one, if GTA 6 does do the play to earn, then we'll have to see which one they pick, or if they even start their own. So it definitely have to be definitely interesting to see. Shout out to Shiren. Were you in the last bull run, 2021? I came in at the end, and I was kind of just dollar cost averaging in from there, but I didn't really get into like December 2021, and that's kind of when things were going down. But I got in when crypto greed and fear index was at like a 9. So I definitely been dollar cost averaging over the last 2 years, just nonstop into it. I know Cody came in at the beginning of the bull run, and so he's just been in it since. So, and he's been growing his holdings ever since. I know Cody might be doing something. He might be on mute. Cody, are you there? I think he might have stepped away for a minute there. But shout out to do your own research. Gaming is a complete gamble. Invest maybe in something completely brand new and play it like a meme coin. You could do that. It's like the biggest hype around the crypto gaming part is really GTA 6, and they probably aren't going to create their own token for their play to earn, so they're probably going to pick somebody's. But it's going to be interesting. Or it's going to have to be where they created their own and you could swap it for a crypto of your choice or something like that. So it would be definitely interesting, especially with that omnidirectional device for VR gaming. It's all Ready Player One, so it looks like we're headed towards that. So crypto might be what we have to earn to live in that verse. So, but yes, a lot of it's a gamble, and that's probably the biggest area, the crypto gaming space of projects that are pump and dumps, fake, or just built to scam. So it's definitely a tough one to really find, but you gotta really do your research on them. Once the token investing schedule kicks in, shout out to do your own research. Once the token investing schedule kicks in, all games will dry up. Play it before the supply dilutes. Yeah, that's true too. You don't want to buy in when everyone else is trying to get out, because then you lose all your liquidity. But you do want to make sure that you pick the right ones. Although there are a few good projects, like I said, AdShare is one of them. I think it kind of works with them all, especially with projects that are dealing with interoperability are coming, and it can just make AdShare even better. So but that's just my opinion, and I always put my money where my mouth is. So I do have money in AdShare, so I'm kind of sitting here. So if it doesn't go anywhere, then I lose out. But keep in mind, that's part of being an accredited investor. Sometimes you gotta get right with losing quite a bit of money sometimes. But I don't have any more to talk about. I know we've been on here for a little over an hour. I got to go home and get some dinner and close up here. But I'll take a last round of questions for you guys, or if there's any comments or concern, or if you guys want to quick join in for a couple minutes to talk about something. Shout out to Endless More. Sorry I didn't see that. Good night to you too, buddy. Hope you enjoy. Glad you enjoyed the live. Really appreciate your support. Sal to Wally Newberg. You're welcome, buddy. Always glad to have you guys in here. Cody and I just like talking about this on regular. So you're just kind of joining in on our conversation. But we're glad to have you in here. And you guys, I know there's a few supporters in here as from longtime supporters. So definitely any questions you have. Uh, we do try to keep the crypto news ones crypto relative, but I'm happy to answer any questions you guys have before I head out of here, especially about business, real estate, credit investing, things like that. If it's too private, or you don't want to air out that question on live, you can definitely go to our Facebook page, Simply Investing 2015, and message us there, and we can have a conversation totally in private. So that way, we can answer your questions that you may feel a little self conscious about, because I know money things is when it's talking about money, eh, people talk about other things more openly, but they never talk about money openly, and that's the one thing I wish we would change. Shout out to Do Your Own Research. Did you read the Property or Labs? Read into Property or Labs? I have not yet. I do keep seeing them come up on my YouTube feed sometimes too, with other people doing research in there, but I just haven't had the time to really do the research into it. But I'm going to write that down there and kind of watch this replay and make sure I get all the cryptos on there. Shout out to George DeWilby. I definitely know you're going to have a big bag. We went over your portfolio. So I hope that you are taking profits when you feel comfortable, and keep chasing that bag, buddy. Really appreciate you joining in and giving us some support. And I hope the medical industry isn't wearing you down too much. But once I get some free time, I'll have some free time tomorrow when I get to, because I'm going to be on the road to Ohio. I'm going to have some free time to kind of look into some projects and do some videos and things like that. So really appreciate you guys giving me some good things to research.
All right, Sal, thanks a lot to you too. I appreciate you inviting me on. Sorry I didn't have much to say today. You caught me in a kind of trying to finish up some family stuff.
Oh, no worries. No worries.
It's good to be on your live. And yeah, everybody just do your research and build those bags. That's I think what we're all trying to do, and hopefully get something in the bull run.
Oh yeah, and hopefully we've all made the right choices. So good night to you, Kyle X. To enjoy your time with your family. Sorry you caught you up. Hopefully we'll be able to get on because he's definitely got some good viewpoints, and also you guys, he's one of our great moderators. So give him some follows and likes when you can. Go look at his YouTube channel or his TikTok as well, because like always, we all have thoughts, and we all kind of put those thoughts out sometimes on these platforms. So definitely every single person does sometimes have a good point to talk about. So, but with that said, good night to you too, LJWB. I'm getting tired. I've been up for 18 hours, so I'm about ready to go to bed and get some dinner and go to bed. So with that said, guys, respect the process. Do your own research. Make sure don't invest more than you're comfortable losing, and never put your whole nest egg into one investment. That's a terrible idea. But always make sure you do your own research and invest with confidence. Thank you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys. And shout out to Dave. You're welcome, buddy. Have a good night.